I have a lot of things in my room. Some might say I have traits similar to those of a hoarder. However, I would rather not put titles on myself. One of the few things I like to collect are old, weird Mario dolls, with today's subject being the Kellytoy set. While I don't own all of them in every size, I am not afraid of switching between ones I own and photographs taken by collectors, sellers, or children. Anyways, with the introduction out of the way, I would like to start off with Mario. You see, one reason why this plush set is so sought after is because of Kellytoy's state-of-the-art toy production. Kellytoy makes state-of-the-art toy products for amusement parks, carnivals, and arcades. And as we can see, almost all of Mario's details are cheaply ironed on. His eyes, eyebrows, buttons, imprints on the glove, and even the M on his hat. These, however, are so premium that unfortunately they could begin to crack or fade away due to poor preservation. You see, with dolls like these, it's important to keep them stored away in a cool and dark place so they don't get sun damage or pick up the smell of outside. When I was a child, I actually owned an 8-inch Kellytoy Mario doll, and guess what? I played with it. Now, the old me would have called that a mistake and told my younger self that I should have kept it stored away in a cool and dark place, because eventually my cocksucking dog Chico would find said doll and tear him to shreds. Now, as a kid, I was devastated. I adored this doll. But I'm happy to say that after Chico's death, I learned that losing someone living will forever hurt more than losing your favorite Mario. It was also that day where my best friend at the time introduced me to pornography. Mario's qualities are very consistent throughout all his sizes. And let me tell you, Mario can get really big and really small. Here's some trivia. Did you know that the original release of this Mario doll had fully black eyes? Doesn't that give you a little scare? The last major detail with this plush is that Mario's overalls are completely removable. And so are Luigi's. Now, I've got to say that Luigi is perhaps the most sought-after plush in this set. Take a quick look on eBay and you'll find out just how ridiculous people could be. The Luigi in the set is freakishly skinny when compared to Mario. His neck is absolutely ridiculous. But I have to say, it does add a lot of personality. So much personality, in fact, that there are now two Kellytoy Luigis that are identical. Wow. The placement of the eyes, mustache, and L are always different. It kind of acts like a spectrum. Now, I have this insane theory as to why this Luigi is so rare, and it has to do with Super Mario Logan. You see, Luigi was featured in his older videos where he's named Mama Luigi. I believe it played a role into why I was so fucking weird as a kid. It was mainly because I used to watch this guy every day for about like 6-7 years. And as a kid, I think this channel, like YouTube channel, really fucks you up. But I do think it's mainly because their old videos were so iconic with this character, Mama Luigi, that it just completely made this like plush so sought after by the children who saw it. And most of the people collecting Mario dolls, I hate to say it, but they're children. I was a child when I first started collecting these, and look at me now. I'm a fucking grown-ass man. I'm doing this. And to those who have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, I consider you lucky and normal. So with my backstory out of the way, as a kid I really wanted this doll, but like I said previously, these prices are ridiculous. So you might be asking, oh Jason, how much did you pay for yours? I didn't pay much. Well, I received this massive Kellytoy Luigi plush for my birthday from my very loving girlfriend, and this probably has to be one of, if not the most thoughtful gift I have ever received. But I don't want to boost her up too much because I don't have too much respect for women. And the small one I actually bought from Facebook Marketplace. Take a good look at that. Yeah, I know. Pretty cool, right? So the guy who sold this to me included this and a really beat up Mario doll, a Kellytoy Mario doll, for $5. Oh my god, what a stupid fuck. So yeah, now I cherish these a lot because I kind of got them within the same time frame. And I'm very grateful. Now, I just want to say, the guy was really nice on Facebook Marketplace. He just doesn't know that he was getting fucking ripped off. What a dick. Wario is another doll in this set. Wario is another doll in this set, and unfortunately his overalls don't come off. He's designed pretty weirdly, which I could imagine how hurtful it must feel to have that be said about yourself. The Wario I own is actually the one I used to play with as a kid. Wow. I'm not sure if you can tell, but the overlays on his hat and buttons are cracked and faded, which is because I played with him a lot outside and inside. I feel like the better looking Warios out there have so much life in them, and I wish my Wario can share the same sentiment, but unfortunately, as a kid, I wasn't too fond of storing my toys in a cool and dark place. Anyways, the details on this plush are miraculous, to say the least. His feet are stiff with cardboard to keep its shape. He's got teeth that look drawn on. His mustache is completely different than Mario's and Luigi's, opting out for layers of felt instead of a separate piece sewn onto it. He's got a shaft on the middle of his head. I'm very happy they didn't forget to include that, probably resembling the wrinkles on his character's design. They also didn't forget to include his eye bags under his eyes, which I don't think the creators of this toy realized that the little blue things were eye bags, because I didn't know that until I researched Wario. There's not much else to be said besides how unfortunate it is that we've never gotten a Kellytoy Waluigi. Moving on to the last doll in the set, it's Donkey Kong. I don't think there are words in the English language that could describe just how beautiful Donkey Kong is, besides beautiful. From his perfectly centered eyes to his textured fur, Donkey Kong is just full of surprises. His tie represents gorgeous masculine imagery, covering up his six-pack. It also wouldn't be fair not to include his upright posture, since he always stands on 2 feet in every single one of his appearances. And speaking of feet, I don't think they could have done a better job at combining cardboard and stitching. He does have ironed-on details. His eyes, nostrils, and the DK on his tie aren't embroidered. And the guy who sold this to me for $15 only paid $4.99. I think Donkey Kong is just such a beautiful addition to this set, and I'm really glad that he's here with me so he could be cherished alongside Mario, Luigi, and Wario. Now, I do have some closing words for this remarkable set of dolls. I really appreciate the set of dolls, not only because it reminds me of a simpler time in my childhood, but because of their really outdated appearances. They actually do fit in surprisingly well with artwork and game models from the Nintendo 64 era. I think in reality these dolls act more like statement pieces in fashion than they do toys. Which sounds fucking stupid, but you know, instead of it being something you hear with your ears, they're read out loud with your eyes. You know, kind of as if all of them were personalized. I'm very grateful to have a complete set of these, even if they are of different sizes and quality. Again, these are just one of the many things I have laying around in my room. Maybe next time I'll cover something a little less kiddish.
It won't be long till happiness steps up to